Hello there everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be talking about how to grow a blue rose in the quickest and most efficient way that I've been able to figure out. If you are new here, consider hitting that subscribe button and definitely give this video a big thumbs up. I've been uploading a lot of Animal Crossing content and I definitely don't want you to miss out. So these blue roses are something that everybody seems to want, but they're super hard to get. So I went ahead and I tested a few methods and figured out how to quickly and efficiently get some blue roses. The method I'm about to show you is pretty similar to Austin John Plays method, so if you haven't seen that, I'll also link that down below. However, I perfected it down a little bit to decrease it by 10 days and 2 hours. It took me 58 days of in-game time and 4 hours in real time. So let me give you a fair warning. Trying to get blue roses is not for the faint of heart. It takes a lot of patience and a lot of time. The method can be slightly confusing and pretty hard to follow. So good news for you. After trying out a few methods, I think I've finally developed a quick and easy guide to growing blue roses. If you check out the link in the description box, you'll actually find a downloadable guide and a template that I've created for free that you can download to help you create these blue roses. To start off this tutorial, I want to show you exactly what has to go on in order for these blue roses to grow. I'm starting off with 50 white seeds, 25 red seeds, and 25 yellow seeds. Of course, we need shovels and watering cans, a lot of them. I'm using a regular watering can. Of course, if you can have access to a gold watering can or have your friends water your flowers for you, it can speed up the process. However, for the sake of this video, I'm going to be doing it on my own. So if you look here, I've gone ahead and mapped out exactly where all of my roses are going to go. I hope that by mapping this out, it gives you a better visual of what exactly we have to do. So to start off, I'm going to be growing a lot of white roses. I'm going to be growing 5 rows of 10 white roses, and for all of these steps in steps 1, 2, and 3, I'm using a 10 by 10 grid of flowers. You don't have to use a section that's this large, but the reason I've done that is because by increasing the amount of flowers I'm planting, it's also increasing the number of hybrids I can get. Statistically speaking, if I plant 50 white flowers, I'm more likely to have more purple hybrid flowers than if I only planted 4. Overall, there's just more opportunities and more chances for those 50 flowers to breed into a new flower than only having those 4 flowers breed into one flower. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to go ahead and plant these 50 white seeds. When these seeds breed into purple flowers, we're actually going to dig them up and move them over to step 2. If you get any other color rose other than purple in step 1, dig it up and sell it or throw it in the trash. When we move these purple roses over to step 2, we are going to be breeding those with red roses that have been grown from a seed. Doing this combination in a diagonal pattern instead of the rows will allow these flowers to breed into a pink hybrid. Once we have those pink hybrids, we're going to take those over to the third area and breed those pink flowers with yellow roses from seeds. The yellow and the pink roses can then combine together to create this awesome red hybrid rose. This is the red rose that we will need to make the blue flower, so we'll dig that guy up and we're going to try to clone him. I'm going to be planting this rose in its own little section and watering it every day, hoping that it clones into a second copy. Anything that clones off of that original one is an identical copy and will be used to make the blue rose. Of course, you want to keep watering your pink and yellow field just in case any more of these reds pop up. Once we have about 6 of these red hybrids, we're going to breed these together to hopefully get our blue rose. These red roses can literally breed into any color, so if you get another red, a black, or an orange, we're just going to dig those up and put them in their own little field. They actually still have a chance of breeding into a blue flower as well, but we need to remove them away from the original red flowers. So that is a process mapped out and drawn out so that you can see what exactly we're going to do. And now, let's do it for real. The first step is to plant these 50 white seeds in 5 rows of 10. You can plant these diagonally if you want, or in a crisscross pattern, but honestly, it's just quicker to plant them down in rows. It's going to save you a lot of time. We want these white roses to breed with each other, so in this case, they need to be touching each other. Keep in mind, further on down the line, there are times where we don't want our same color roses touching each other. Once you have these white flowers planted, go ahead and skip ahead 2 days and then start watering them and skip day by day until you get purple flowers. These purple roses will spawn around 25% of the time, so 25 out of every 100 should be a purple rose. We'll go ahead and dig up all of the purple roses and move them over to section 2. Keep in mind, anything that's not a purple rose you will need to dig up and trash or sell it. Once we start getting the purple roses, we're going to plant our red roses in section 2 in this crisscross pattern. Continue watering and taking care of your white rose field in case you get more purples that you can then move over to step 2. So now we're watering both the red and purple field and the white field, and we're trying to fill them both up. In step 2, you'll have a 50% chance of getting another red hybrid that you want to dig up and trash, or getting a pink hybrid. Anytime you see one of the red hybrids, trash it, and when you see the pink roses, pick them up and move them over to step 3. In step 3, we are going to breed the pink hybrid roses from step 2 with the yellow roses grown from a seed. Now in this step, there are a number of different possibilities of roses that can grow, but there's only a 12% chance of getting the red rose that we need. What we need is this very special red rose to sprout in this field. And just like the other areas, if anything other than that red rose sprouts, dig it up and get rid of it. When you finally get that red rose to sprout, pick it up and move it over to another secluded area. What we're going to do is continue watering the pink and yellow field and also water that single white rose because it could possibly duplicate itself. Continue doing this process until you have 6 to 8 red roses. Once we have enough of these hybrid red flowers, we can plant them together side by side in their own separate field. At this point, you really only have about 1.5% chance of getting a blue rose. There are several colors that can come from this field. If any color other than blue shows up, you'll want to dig them up. However, if the flowers that you happen to dig up are another red, orange, or black, you can actually move them into their own little fields and they have a chance of sprouting a blue rose. I'm just going to call these the reject flowers, but in turn, they can actually sprout blue roses. At this point, the only thing there is to do is water your flowers, skip ahead a day or wait a day, dig up any of your flowers, organize them into their right fields, and just wait. Eventually, that blue rose is going to sprout, and at this point, you can either leave it wherever it sprouted and continue watering and hope that it creates another blue rose, or you can pick it up, seclude it on its own, continue watering it, and try to get it to duplicate itself. But that's essentially it. It's a lot of work and a lot of patience and a lot of watering. So now that you've gone through all of this and seen how to grow these blue roses, it's time to get the whole thing set up and go ahead and give it a shot. Don't forget to check out our downloadable template in the description box. Please give this video a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. I'll be releasing a day-by-day tutorial for making the blue roses, so if you're interested in that, keep an eye out for that video. And until next time, happy gaming, guys! Bye!